Hey roamers, welcome back to the Roaming Gomes. I'm Felix.
And I'm Cindy.
And in 2019, we sold everything and hit the road in our 2020 Keystone Bullet.
Now we're in a 2022 Keystone Cougar, which gave us a lot more room. And we're following my nursing contracts. I'm a travel nurse, and we've been back and forth across the country several times.
And Cindy, this happens to be being recorded the day after our anniversary of buying our first RV.
5 years?
5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and we are also coming up on 5 years of full-time RV living, and we'll be doing a video about that. But this week we want to talk about how we ended up here.
On YouTube.
In front of you wonderful people. And at the end, we're going to talk about if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, we'll give you a few tips. Now, I want to make something abundantly clear. We are not one of the big YouTube channels yet.
And we're not YouTube experts either.
By any means, okay?
We're learning as we go along.
We just happen to be coming up on 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we blew past the 4,000 watch hours in 365 days. So as soon as we hit that 1,000 subscribers, we will actually be monetized.
Yay!
Hey. Which, that was never our intent when we started this. Okay, that was
Icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake. Yeah, exactly. And to talk about how we got to where we are now in front of you wonderful people, I got to talk about 2007, when I posted my first ever video to YouTube.
It's been 84 years.
Cindy and I hadn't even thought of each other yet. Okay? And I went and I saw a flash mob at a local mall. It was a bagpipe flash mob.
Sounds like a nightmare.
And it was. But I happened to record it on my, I think it was a flip phone at the time. Okay? And when I got home, I said, you know what? Let me see what this YouTube thing's all about. So I posted it. Well, today I can't even find it on YouTube. But the last time I checked it, which was probably about maybe 2012, 2013, it had over 60,000 views.
Sounds like there wasn't a lot to watch on YouTube back in those days.
There wasn't, I don't think. I mean, this is probably the days before Mr. Beast, before any.
Oh, yeah.
And
Mr. Beast might not have been born. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
it's possible. Anyway, I didn't even think about YouTube again until late in 2019. We had gone on the road. We had already done the contract in Tulsa, and we were on our way to Las Cruces, New Mexico. And I said to Cindy, you know, we watch all these RV channels. Why don't we start one ourselves? And we did, though she didn't want any part of it.
It took me a while to warm up to it, yeah.
And we named it We Found Our Way. Okay name. And I'm showing you right now the intro that I used to use. And those videos were horrible. But I mean, and there's a little tip for anybody thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Your first videos are going to be horrible. You'll look at them down the road and go, oh my God.
Why did we put that out in the public?
Just a little tip there. I did a 5 social media myths that you should know about and are debunked, or whatever I called it. And it was over an hour long. I don't want to watch me for an hour. I can't imagine that any of you would either.
Oh.
But it was me. I was doing all of the videos by myself. And I was not doing a great job. And I said to Cindy in, I think it was mid 2020, look, I don't know what to do here. I can't come up with any subjects for our videos. We're not having all these disasters happen to us that all these other RV channels are doing videos about.
It seemed like, and it's sort of like that now, but it was really like that back then, that everything was about my tires fell off or my slide fell out or something disastrous.
My roof is laying on the interstate. And it was like these big splashy thumbnails, and you would get into the video and it would, what I came to find out, what we came to find out, was that this was people just creating these disasters so that whatever sponsor could come to their rescue.
Yeah.
And okay, fine. I'm not going to deny anybody the ability to make money. Great. I love it. Go ahead. Go do your thing. We didn't want to be that. All right. So I shut down. We found our way because I no longer felt that we could compare to these other channels. But then I made the decision that I was going to hike the Appalachian Trail. And I started a channel called Nomad on the Trail. Nomad was my trail name. Okay? And it actually, out of the gate, had a little bit of traction. I ended up jumping pretty quickly up to almost 500 subscribers. Mm-hmm. And then I went on the Appalachian Trail and I could not complete it. Hey everybody, it's Nomad. I am here at Hightower Gap. And I am sad to say that I have decided to call it. And I pretty much lost all my subscribers. And that was pretty much, I tried to transition that into Nomad Outdoors, which would be me giving tips and tricks and so on and so forth about fishing, kayaking, camping, hiking, things like that. But honestly, I wasn't doing it enough to be even in the same space as other outdoor channels. I mean,
I don't think your heart was really in it at that point.
No, it wasn't. And so that went the way of the wind. And then I sat down and I talked to Cindy and I said, listen, we have a lot of experience now. Well, I did anyway. And Cindy had done some videos on We Found Our Way, talking about travel nursing. And I think we could viably put together an RV channel. Now, where did I come up with the Roaming Gomes? I went to visit my son and his wife and my grandkids in Pennsylvania. And on their mantle, they have a pretty big fireplace. And on their mantle, there were a whole bunch of gnomes. And his wife called them Gomes gnomes. And I was like, wait a minute. The roaming gnome. The roaming Gomes. So there you have it. That was my inspiration. Now, I think I really made a mistake in the beginning by using the gnome as kind of a part of our logo, because people were not looking for the roaming Gomes. They were looking for the roaming gnomes. Okay, and that wasn't working out very well. So I've changed that up over the time, and now we've gotten to a place where we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. We can't thank you guys enough. Cindy has her own channel called Real Life Nursing, where she addresses nursing issues. And still, we didn't start this to make big money. I don't know if we're ever going to make big money. We started this so that we could give you guys an honest, straightforward view into what full-time RVing really is. Not the people that just seem to have endless amounts of cash flow.
No, we don't have English.
We don't have anywhere near endless amounts of cash flow. And just travel from place to place to place, to Canada, to Mexico, to Alaska, to there, to there, and seem to stay at resorts all the time.
We do like to go places that have plenty to do.
Absolutely.
Plenty of things to see, especially nature, different environments, different types of places, the desert, the mountains, the beach. The beach. One day we're going to get to the
Someday
beach.
I need to get her to the beach.
But we try to show we're just two normal people doing our thing.
And yeah, we don't use scripts for our videos, which I think should probably be pretty obvious to you by now. I mean, we definitely use a reference list, just points that we want to talk about, And as you can tell, I haven't pulled that out once yet on this video, because this is pretty much, I'm doing this from memory. But if you any of you guys want to start a YouTube channel, don't even think about it. Just do it. Because your perspective on whatever it is you want to cover is valuable.
Everybody doing the same thing or not really doing the same thing. Different people come at a subject from different perspectives, which is why we don't have disasters every week. We do have some once in a while. We have a bad day of travel.
Yeah.
But
I'll link that video here.
But we just try to be ourselves. We just try to be authentic and show you what it's really like to be full-time in RV. And we are stationary for 3 to 6 months at a time because of my contracts. But we try to explore the area where we are when the temperature is not 112 outside.
Right.
And
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now. It's 102 outdoors right now, which was why we've been filming inside these last number of videos.
So hopefully in the next 4 to 5 weeks, it's going to cool off some, and we can get out and go to Sedona and go to some hiking trails and do some things that we haven't been able to do
lately. Get back to Dead Horse Ranch State Park, which we used to film at.
Yeah. So, but if you want to start a YouTube video channel, I kind of had the attitude at first of, what do we have to say that somebody else hasn't already said? I mean, there's so much on YouTube that I thought, what do we have to add? But we just have our perspective to add.
And that's exactly it. It's not a matter of what you can add or, that you're going to be saying the same thing. You're not. You're going to be saying the same experience, but from your viewpoint.
And if nothing else, it's out there on the cloud. So when our great-great-great-grandchildren want to see what their ancestors did and what we looked like and how we talked funny, because I'm from the South and he's from the North.
Our ancestors demanded.
They can go back and see us. We don't have that perspective of our ancestors. So...
I mean, I had some Super 8 films of my grandparents that were totally silent and looked like silent films, but
it's just something that we have for our reference and also our families and anybody else, all of you that have subscribed, and we really appreciate that, to be able to see a little bit about what real living in an RV, traveling in an RV, seeing different parts of the country that we would have never seen.
And now to the advice for those who want to start a YouTube channel. Be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't try to be, I'll name it. Don't try to be Keep Your Daydream, okay? Which is a huge YouTube channel, and hey, they've made their way. Okay. Be yourself. Give, and that's the only way you're going to be able to give your perspective. Be honest. And that's what we want to be. And that's what we've been.
Yeah.
Is honest. We're going to be honest with you guys. We hope you'll be honest with us.
And anytime you've seen us recommend something, a product, a gadget, something, it's something that we actually use, something we actually like. We're not going to come on here and say, this is the best gadget that's ever happened for RVers, and it's fabulous, and you need to buy it. Here's our code in the description. If it's not something that we use,
absolutely, it's got to be something not only that we use, but that we like.
Yeah.
And we've been approached by people where I've turned around and told them no, sorry, because they're coming at us with, yeah, you have to say these good things about the product. And I straight out tell them, I'm not saying anything good about the product until I know that it is good. And then if you do start, there's a channel called Think Media. And what they are is YouTube gurus, whatever that is. Okay. But they have a motto. You just got to hit record. If you want to start a YouTube channel, hit record. Just record what you want to say.
And it can be on your phone. You don't have to have fancy equipment. You don't have to have fancy lights and a studio and all that. Just be yourself and show your everyday life.
I mean, we don't have fancy equipment. Every video is being filmed on this GoPro 9. Okay? These microphones cost us, what, $120? Something like that? They were cheap. Okay? But you don't need to get any of that fancy equipment either. If you do start your YouTube channel, be consistent. Be there every week for your whatever you establish as your pattern of posting videos, stay to it. You guys know that there's going to be a video here every Friday. Cindy's subscribers know that there's going to be a video on her channel every Saturday. That's all you can do. And don't quit. Don't give up. Because honestly, there have been times when I thought about just saying, you know what, screw this. We don't need this hassle. But to me, that would be abandoning you guys. And we don't want to do that. And we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, we don't have 100 million subscribers like Mr. Beast. We don't have even 25,000 subscribers like several others in this niche, in the RV niche. What we do have is loyal subscribers and something to say. And we're going to be here saying it for you, whether you want to hear it or not. And your channel doesn't have to be about RV life.
It could be about how much you love frogs. It could be about fashion. It could be about
anything. Whatever you are passionate about. That is the key to having a good YouTube channel. I'm not going to say that's the key to being a successful YouTuber, but that's the key to having a good YouTube channel. Something that you're passionate about, something that you care about. And if it is an RVLife channel, send us an email. Our email is in the description below. Send me an email, send her an email, whatever, and let us know. And if there's anything that we can help you with, we will be more than happy. Because we don't look at you guys as competitors. We look at you guys as community. Till next time, safe travels.